We definitely had some good looks early on, and then late in the game like that, your body and mind are not working as well as you wanted to, and we couldn't get the looks that we were looking for, and it's unfortunate. It was a great opportunity for us to put the game away, and we didn't do it today.
You guys are 1-9 in shootouts now. Obviously, it's something you guys practice pretty regularly. Do you think there's a psychological component to it?
Yeah, probably. Overtime and shootout usually go one way or another. Obviously, we've been on the short end of things for most of the season. I don't think it's for a lack of effort or trying. It's just the hand that we've been dealt, and hopefully we can find a way to, if we get in these situations again, to turn it around, and we're trying to. Obviously today again we had a good opportunity to, and couldn't capitalize on it, and that's the way it is sometimes.
There's a lot of pressure to get points. Obviously there is the entire year, but obviously things are getting tight here down the stretch, and there's pressure, but this is what we play for. This is why we're in this business. That this is fun.
From the standpoint, you were without Sid and Evgeny today. What did you like about how you guys made augmentations or adjustments, and what did you do? Do you think you made it further adjust? Yeah,
I think obviously missing two absolutely incredible players, so that doesn't help. But we have very capable guys in here. Guys that need to, and that will, and that can, and that have stepped up for us. And I think we got to just continue to do that.
Yeah, I think it might be. Everybody knows it. Everybody really wants to score in the shootout, but it might be one of the instances now where gripping the stick a little bit too tight and not really doing what we want to.
What was going through your mind on your attempt?
I had a thought in my head and did what I wanted. Saw the net that I wanted to see, but hit it in the post instead of posting in.
Just the 4-on-3 opportunity overtime there. Just what didn't click there?
We couldn't really get our rotations really probably as we wanted to get into like shooting threats, but still had the chances that were there. Just didn't take advantage of it.
You've been asked to play a pretty large role without Gino and sit in the lineup. You're playing center. Just how do you feel like your game's coming along?
Yeah, I think it's a working process. Obviously, like taking draws is a big part of it, and just trying to work on it every day and prepare as good as I can before games. It's a big part of, it's if you start with or without the puck. And I really want to improve there, and I think if I do, I can help the team a little bit more.
3 times you guys get a 1-goal lead, but then they kind of scored pretty quickly afterward. What did you need to do to maybe get that goal for yourselves, or at least prevent them?
There were parts in the game where we got out of our structure a little bit and gave them some easy looks that they capitalized on. So, we'll learn from it and get better from it, and we got another opportunity tomorrow.
I thought it was there's times of speed, but I felt like for most of the game there was some felt like the game was kind of slow at the beginning. Kind of caught up a bit. Both teams were really good at times, and both teams made some mistakes. I thought that we battled really hard. I thought that we skated hard. Big power play goal. We definitely fought our way all the way through tonight, and then we just weren't able to get the final point in the shootout.
When you get to a shootout, what's the mental or what's the attitude on the bench with everybody? It hasn't been great this year.
Yeah, honestly, I was kind of in my own world. I'd probably be able to give you a better answer if I wasn't playing, just because I'd be more in tune to what's going on the bench. But for myself, I was just kind of thinking about the moves that they were going to make and the pre-scout I had on them. That's kind of all I'm doing in that moment. Sorry, I can't give you an answer.
What's your assessment of the defense? How'd they play in front of you tonight?
I thought that I thought for the most part we kept them on the outside. there's definitely it was an interesting game for a goalie tonight. I think Vladar would probably say the same thing. Not a ton of action, but a lot of work in zone, and then either it'd be a chance in the slot or kind of a broken play that ends up being something nice. And yeah, it was it's a little bit of a mental game for Vladar and I. But the defense, I mean, the guys have been amazing for me. Spoons made a huge play in the second period on the breakaway with Tippett there. I mean, just everybody's bringing something like that to the table, and it's really fun to watch and makes my life a lot easier.
Stuart, 3 o'clock came by yesterday, and you're still here. Did you breathe a sigh of relief at all when 3 o'clock came?
Yeah, no, I was very happy to stay. I mean, I love this group of guys. I want to do everything I can to be at my best for these guys and do something special this year. So, yeah, when it was 3 o'clock, I waited till about 3:45 because you never know. And yeah, I was just, my wife was very happy too. The whole family was.
What did you see on the 2 shootout attempts you faced?
Yeah, right kind of up the alley of what I pre-scouted, what me and Chico pre-scouted. Yeah, I kind of backed off a little bit too much on the Zegras one, and then I just gave him room to shoot at. So that's a very easy lesson learned by me. But the other one, I thought I played really well.
In Edmonton, you got plenty of chances to see Trevor Zegras in the shootout. Just what makes him so hard to stop in the shootout?
Well, he does the same thing, the same route, comes in really slow, tries to play a little bit of a mind game. I think when he does that, then he gets to the middle. He's got a few moves that he goes to. So as a goalie, it's kind of like, well, which one's he going to pick today? He either fakes it, goes backhand, shoots 5-hole really quickly, or tonight, high blocker. So I think that's kind of the lethal part of him. Like as a pre-scout, it's the same route, but there's 3-4 different moves that he can decide on in the moment.
Stuart, 3 losses in a row. In this league, this schedule, 3 wins, 3 losses can really change the standings. This point of the year, how conscious are you guys on a day-to-day basis of the standings and what a streak, good or bad, can do?
Yeah, I mean, I think we all know where we're at. No matter where you are, 3 wins, 3 losses can make a huge difference. So I think we know how important these wins are, and even just to talk about that, like being able to get a point tonight is massive. You know, from my experience, every point that you can get, every point you can steal is huge, especially when it gets down the stretch here. So yeah, I thought, again, really happy that we were able to battle and just, you know, kind of fight this one off and get it in OT, and got a couple chances. Vladar made some great saves, and then shootout, obviously they win. But yeah, points are huge, and tomorrow we'll get back in the win column.
You guys are now 1-9 in shootouts. It's obviously something you work on a lot in practice, but do you think there's just a psychological component to it at this point?
I think it's a factor. I'm not going to say it's like the only one. I think anytime, you know, something's a part of your game's not going well and consistently, and then there's conversations about it, and then there's buzz about it, and then it wears on you, and then you get into these situations too, and rather than attacking them, rather than being excited for them, there's some of that. So some of that falls on me. I can do better. I got to do a better job of helping these guys with it. Like, I'm not throwing this just on the players or just on the shooters or just on the goalies. It's collective, and so, I mean, the record is what it is, and so collectively, you know, it hasn't been good enough, and I'll take some blame on that too.
Dan, I feel like the Letang-Girard pairing has struggled, especially today. And obviously there hasn't been much practice time for them to really get acclimated with one another. But are you thinking of potentially making a change there? Are you concerned by what you're seeing?
No, I mean, the game just ended. I mean, there's a process. I'm not right now. I think it does take time. I think there's been moments there that we've seen with them too, that they're adjusting to each other, and there's, you know, reading off of each other. I thought there was large stretches of the game where I wouldn't just say that pair, but a lot of too much of the team wasn't sharp, and so I'm not going to throw that on that one pair. You know, it's after every game we look at it, we have discussions, we make lineup decisions, we go from there. But yeah.
At the end of the 4-3, at the end of overtime there, just what didn't click in that sequence there for you?
Yeah, it just. Yeah, I think we can do things faster. It was a bit disjointed. Execution, yeah, I think we can do things faster, move it faster, change the shape faster. So.
Dan, you get a few one-goal leads today. Was there something you wanted to do better, maybe to put them away? Because they got a couple of quick goals, obviously. Was there something that maybe changed after you scored?
I wouldn't say it's like just right after we scored. I thought for too much of the second period, especially, it was just, yeah, I thought it was casual. Like I didn't think we had opportunities to, rather than being in good positions to support pucks, we were kind of like we were drifting, we were getting away from it. I thought overall defensively, like we can be not just in the second, even going back into the first. I thought it was just the detail behind it wasn't good enough. We might be in areas, but we weren't like really there. We weren't covering. We weren't taking a look. Just I thought we gave, I thought some of their opportunities, and especially some of the shifts where they generated momentum, I just thought that, the urgency wasn't there from some.
Igor joined Rax and Rust on a line. They contributed to a couple of goals. Why do you think that he worked well with them today?
Yeah, they got better today for sure. I mean, they had a couple shifts there in the last game. I thought they did a good job finding each other. We're making a nice pass there. I thought they had some good sequences, some good plays. And I think once, you get a shift too where things are clicking and you're making plays together, like you can kind of, even within a line, you can kind of start to, gain some traction and build off of that. And I thought we saw a little bit of that there today.